I think she would say, I think Jane would say, "You need help. Maybe let's go talk to my mom and get her magic to cure your mentally ill brain."
Yeah.
I think that's what she would say.
Nerd Reactor, roll out.
And so Brenna, this
Hi,
how's it going?
good. How are you?
Good, good. So this, I guess this month or this week is going to be like a big week. This month, yeah, with the whole Adjoining to be on Screamfest and just having people watch this on the big screen. Very, would it be a spoiler to say it's like violent and bloody?
Oh, sure, we can say that. We can say bloody and violent. That's
Yeah.
great. It's very
And
exciting.
and this is very I don't know if it's a different thing for you compared to like your previous projects. Like let's say because Descendant is Disney family friendly, and then this is I wouldn't say
Not
family
so.
friendly. Yeah.
Not so family friendly. Yeah, it is very different, but I mean, I think that's the love of being an actor is, you just get to play so many different people.
Yeah. And for you, like getting to play difference, is there like a preference that you like to like in terms of playing just something someone who's cheery or someone who's like just menacing?
I mean, I definitely gravitate more towards like the twisted, darker things, but I find enjoyment in every aspect of the different people, but I definitely gravitate more towards like the dark and gritty shit.
Yeah. And this is dark and gritty and bloody. So I don't know if you ever experienced something like this with lots I'm just gonna say there's lots of blood involved.
There is lots of blood. Yeah, no, this was the first time I definitely dealt with as much blood as we did. But we all, even though it is dark and twisted, we all just had a blast filming it.
Yeah. And so what was the inspiration behind this? Where did the concept come about?
I mean, the amazing mind of Mr. Petey Beats' brain. He was our writer. He wrote this. I mean, it was great. He brought it to me, and I was like, "This is so fun! Oh my goodness, I want to be a part of this so badly." And so we had a lot of talks and discussions about who they were, and then we made it, and it turned out to be super entertaining and fun, and just as much fun as we had making it.
And what was the collaborative process like when you're talking about this? Like, is it like, oh yeah, let's do this, and then how much freedom did you get like in crafting
Yeah, I mean,
your version?
I also produced this as well. And I feel like what we had on the page is pretty much what we kept throughout everything. I feel like maybe there were some line changes like a little bit, but nothing really, huge to the story just because we were like, hey, what's not broke, don't fix it. And I think the collaborative process came from just like knowing everybody's vision and being in the know with everything.
Yeah. And with the concept behind this, it's it's two lovebirds, and then there is a third party. And so what was the idea behind like just the creepiness of the third party?
Yeah, I think we really wanted to put the attention on the third party being the creepy aspects to give weight to what actually happens. And I think the reason we had so much, intimate smooching and stuff like that is because we were very out there couple, out there people, and like the uncomfortable aspect of using that definitely foreshadowed their little plan and what they were actually into.
Yeah. And this it is there's like a it's like an interesting I say I don't even want to say twist because that's gonna but
No,
we'll
yeah, you could say twist. Twist is good.
yeah twist yeah there's a twist and I was like all right we're going there and I don't know if you've seen this I don't know if it's like a documentary. I think it is a documentary. I don't know. I read something about it where it's like this motel owner who has holes on top of the ceiling for each room. I'm like, this is in Colorado. And I was like, ooh,
Oh
but
yeah.
then Yeah, and I don't know if you
Voyeurism.
read anything about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did a lot of research on voyeurism just because it's so interesting. And to have the twist you have, you just don't expect it because voyeurism is creepy in itself, and that's quite enough. So we definitely played around with the over the top kind of aspect of everything because we just have so much going on at once.
Oh yeah. And I want to ask, like, let's say for like a silly question, right? Because if do you think your character in Descendant would be um like experiencing this, like because let's say the fairy tale world, it's they're there to help support each other. And so if
Right.
your character there was trying to help support your character here, what would she say?
I think she would say, I think Jane would say, "You need help. Maybe let's go talk to my mom and get her magic to cure your mentally ill brain."
Yeah.
I think that's what she would say.
Yeah. And for this coming out, what are you excited about the most from just the audience's reaction?
I just want people to, be open to be entertained for 11 minutes, and to just have as much fun watching it as we did making it.
Yeah. And for after this, like, do you have any other projects that you're excited to talk about?
Yeah, I am working on a couple. I can't speak too much about them, but I am producing a full-length feature and starring in it. So I'm really excited about that. I produced this, so it kind of was like, oh, I want to produce again and again and again.
Ah,
I'm
so what?
really excited
Yeah.
to do it.
So what is it about the producing aspect that just gets you excited in
I
addition to
think
acting?
Yeah, I think being in the know, and being a part of the behind the scenes is really beneficial as an actor, and getting the opportunity to be on the side of like helping cast the rest of everyone, and hiring great crew members that we all know are going to work great together, and that you just trust. I feel like as actors we worked with so many people that we want to work with again, so we want to give them opportunities as well like that, just to, work. Everybody just wants to work, and when you find good people, you want to stick with them.
Oh yeah. And for Adjoining, how long did it take to film, and what was the choosing of the set like?
So it was 2 days. We filmed for 2 days, and then we filmed in a sound stage with decorated rooms. We filmed in two rooms, and then we had an exterior shot. But it was great. I mean, I choosing the location was pretty easy. Petey did a lot of that, and it was an amazing location. And our amazing set dressers and set designers were great in helping us actors feel like in it.
Oh yeah. And after watching this, I feel like there's a whole continuation of these characters and what they would do to, because like I'm pretty sure the sky's the limit for them with other locations. And where do you see your character like in the future?
I definitely think it would be super interesting if we did a full length, just maybe going in the backstory, how it all got started, what happens after that, if anyone in the short film ever does get caught for their wrongdoings, um, or if it just never happens and it just continues to be a twisted little mess. So I think there's a lot of different avenues we could go with it.
Yeah. And there's always like when I watch this and then watch other like horror films, there's always this aspect of this outside world of like the dark stuff. Is it like a dark web or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So every time I hear it, like I don't want to like touch it or just be around it, but I don't know for you if because you're researching it, you're in it, you're acting
Yeah.
in
I
it.
mean,
I don't know how deep you go.
I definitely had to watch my Safari searches because I'm like, I don't want to be flagged by the FBI for like looking up things about the dark web because I wanted to make sure I didn't go on it, but I definitely
Yeah.
wanted to do research about it. So that was a bit tricky, playing nice with my phone and not typing in the wrong things.
Yeah, so you gotta be very careful about that. Yeah.
Do have to be careful.
And it's a scary world out there. So
It
yeah, I
is
don't know if
very
that ever
scary.
affects you like
Oh
personally.
yeah, it's very dark and twisted, and it's definitely something that I don't want to be a part of. But when you're playing a role like this, you have to do your research, and there's just some things that you hear about or read, and you're like, how is that even happening? But it's definitely interesting. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh yeah. And I think my last question for you, just in terms of genres, like particular favorite genres, and I'm sure you love the horror genre, but anything else where you're like, oh, I really want to try to tackle this, like sci-fi,
I
etc.
Yeah, I mean, I love sci-fi. I love dark fantasy. I love and a lot hasn't been made of that. One of my favorite movies is The Labyrinth. And Sweeney Todd is such a great one too. I also think, journey stories, gritty indies like Blue Valentine and Bang Bang. I just watched that movie. It's an incredible movie. Um, so just gritty journey stories and authentic, true gritty journey stories are my favorite right now.
All right. Well, Brandon, it's been a pleasure chatting with you,
Thank you so
and
much,
yeah,
Sean. You too.
yeah, have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.